What's going on YouTube, 088 here, and today we are talking about the MCU's Phase 4, The Eternals. The Eternals, coming out November 6, 2020, ooh, next year. The director is Chloe Zhao. That's two female directors already, so there's the diversity there behind the screen. I ain't got a problem with that. Hopefully these good directors know what they're doing. I don't really know, I've never heard of these female directors before, but I'm hoping they can deliver. To be fair, I never really heard of the male directors. Marvel used to like to pluck, you know, different directors out of anywhere, like the fresh ones that they can stick their nails in and control. I know that sounds horrible, but at the same time it's true. If you imagine they got Martin Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola, you know what they've been saying recently. Imagine they brought them in to direct some of these films, that they'll deliberately fuck it up. But anyway, the cast is Richard Madden, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Kumail Nanjiani, Lauren Ridloff, Brian Tyree Henry, Leah McCough, what can't even say her name, Don Lee. Yeah, Marvel Studios revealed the full cast of Eternals and then later added Kit Harington. Now this is sick, I'm excited. The only reason I'm excited for this is so I can see my nigga Jon Snow versus my nigga Robb Stark and brothers doing battle. I think they're fighting each other. I'm not sure, I don't know much about the Eternals from the comics, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know anything about the Eternals. All I know is that Kit Harington and Robb Stark in it. Kit Harington is playing Black Knight, I believe, someone called Black Knight, and Richard Madden is playing the leader, the star of the show, Icarus. Richard Madden's got like brown, reddish hair in real life, where Icarus is very, very blonde in the comics. I don't know if they're going to give him a blonde wig or dye his hair blonde, or is he just going to be a straight redhead. Let's read the blurb. Marvel Studios revealed the full cast of Eternals at Comic-Con and later added Kit Harington, Black Knight, to the roster at D23. We don't know a lot about the plot, but it's been confirmed that the movie will delve into 30,000 years worth of MCU's history, while also putting a spotlight on the Celestials. Chances are that this one will set the stage for some huge future stories. Looks like this is going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy type of film that's going to really explain what the next phase is going to be about, who the bad guy is, who the main big threat is, basically the Thanos of Phase 4. So I'm kind of looking forward to this film, though there's been some casting, you know, they've been doing their race changing and gender bending for diversity in this film. And you know what, like the Eternals, I've never really heard of the Eternals. I know they're to do with Thanos' people and Thanos' family are Eternals, and he's an Eternal / Deviant or whatever he is. So I know, that's as much as I know about the Eternals, like these godlike beings or whatever. But yeah, I never really read the comics, don't know too much about them. And I've said, if you watch my old 2015 video about diversity and race changing and gender bending in a live action film based on comics, I've talked about this so much on my channel. You should know my opinion by now if you follow my channel, check out my videos. My opinion on this is, I'm not that pissed. I'm not that bothered by the race changing and gender bending in this. I'm a little bit, if I had my way, if I wanted, the perfect thing would just be to just stick to the comic, make it as accurate as you possibly can by getting the right looking cast. I'm worried about Richard Madden's hair. Icarus seems like this blonde, Targaryen looking, Adam Warlock looking type of main character looking at his picture right now. I don't know if that's what Richard Madden embodies, but this is the MCU version, and these are new characters. They're not iconic characters like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Captain America. So you can kind of start afresh. I once said to someone that Star-Lord could have easily been a black man. Star-Lord could have easily been a black person. You know, could even, maybe pushing it, could have even been a woman. Because at the time Guardians of the Galaxy came out, it sounds crazy now, you can't do it now, because Star-Lord is iconic now. You know, the kind of swashbuckling Han Solo type of character now. You know, you got to have that image now in your head. But before, Star-Lord could have been cast as a black guy. You know how Nick Fury, people know Nick Fury kind of, but now Samuel L. Jackson's basically almost change the character black. That's how you do diversity. If you're going to change, race change, do it to characters that aren't very well known. But anyway, let me go through it. Let me show you who's playing who. Richard Madden obviously playing Icarus. Salma Hayek is playing Ajak. Now Ajak looks like looks even bigger than Icarus in the image of him in the comic. I don't know nothing about Icarus. I don't know nothing about Ajak or the Eternals, but I'm the point. I want to see the Ajak. I want to see the comic version Ajak, but I don't know who he is, so I can't really be like, oh, I want to see Ajax. I can't really get upset. I don't know. All I know about Ajax is literally just now. I didn't know Ajax existed before this video. And then we got Lauren Ridloff as Mercury. Looks like another gender bending and Ray's changed character. Both Sam Alec and Lauren Lindelof, they changed them characters around. Then we got Brian Tyree Henry, who's playing Fastos. And Fastos clearly looks like a Caucasian man, or maybe he could have been passed for a Mexican guy based on this image, this drawing that I'm seeing right now. And then obviously Ray's changed him. He's a black guy, whatever. Then we've got Don Lee, who's playing Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, can't really see his face, looks like Black Mask kind of. I don't know what kind of, it could be a blue guy, it could be a green guy, I don't know what he looks like underneath all that armour, but that doesn't matter. Then we've got Kumail Nanjiani, who's playing Kingo. Now Kingo in this image here, he kind of looks like an Asian person. He looks like a classic Japanese samurai. He looks like that's what he's based. I think if I can just look up on the image, he looks like he's got a sword. But this like Indian doctor looking guy is playing him. Now this is what I don't get, like you've got a guy that's clearly based on Asian culture, looks Asian, and you cast an Indian guy to play him? Why? Like, cast the Asian guy to represent the few minority characters that have existed in the comics. Let someone play them that's accurate at least. If you're going to change all the white characters, like they change this Asian guy, this Japanese Asian Oriental guy into an Indian guy, more Middle Eastern. I don't know why you're doing that. Then we got, oh, someone that's actually a female playing a female. Angelina Jolie's playing Fenna. She seems like a main character. I think she's like the female, not female version, but you know, the female counterpart of Icarus. Then we got Leah McHugh playing Sprite. He looks like the cute kid character. They've changed him into a girl. Well, yeah, they've changed basically everyone's original race and gender except for Icarus and Fenna, but they've even changed their hair colours. Their hair colours are all wrong as well, so it doesn't matter about that. You can always change that, but you can't paint people's skin because people get sensitive about that, you know, black face and all that. So yeah, that's the cast. I would have been way more excited if they looked like they could play, if they looked more accurate to the roles. I would actually delve into the Eternals material. Probably looking forward to this film. If this was, because we've come into a time now where everything is about politics and diversity, representation, and that seems to be more important than the story, the adaptation, catering to what the fans want. So that seems more important. So my excitement has gone really down. The old me, the Marvel Phase 1 me, would have been researching the Eternals, looking up their stories, getting excited for this movie, but the casting, and I don't know what storyline they're going to do, I'm not that fussed anymore, but I am somewhat excited. We'll see where this goes. I don't mind when the race change or even gender bend lesser known characters like the guy that was in Daredevil, and I think his name was, the black guy. He played that character brilliantly. I remember he was like a big part of the Civil War storyline in the comics. He's quite like a smaller, it's quite like a big supporting character in the comics, but he's white in the comics. I don't mind that because he's a very small character, you know. If you liked the video, give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications, and I'll see you again. Peace. We cut back to space and Thor comes into contact with the Guardians of the Galaxy on their ship. Thor explains about Thanos and he and Gamora hit it off for their equal hate of Thanos. Thor says only one group of people that he knows are powerful enough to help, the Avengers. Quill is nervous about going back to Earth after his trauma with his mother, but with a little encouragement from his friends, he's ready.